viewers always say, Tonya, tell the truth. There's no such thing as truth. Everyone has their own truth.
Actress Margot Robbie certainly looks a lot like Tonya Harding in the new movie.
Yeah, she really does. I, Tonya, now in select theaters. It's about the story of Harding, her husband, a bodyguard, a hitman, and the plot to injure Nancy Kerrigan heading into the 1994 U.S. Figure Skating Championships. Trevor Alt shows you the local woman who found the smoking gun.
In the midst of blocks of new high-rises and developments in Northwest Portland sits a marker of Portland's past, the Dockside Saloon, which has come to be defined at least in part by one moment more than 20 years ago.
Yes, good job!
January 30th, 1994 was Super Bowl Sunday, and yet the only thing people were talking about was figure skating. 3 weeks prior, Nancy Kerrigan had been attacked, and the focus was turning to her closest competition, Tonya Harding.
Of course I'm going to cooperate. I mean, I don't have anything to hide, and I want the person to be caught as much as anybody else does.
Did Tonya know anything about it?
It turned out that person was Shane Stant, who carried out a plan orchestrated by Harding's former husband, Jeff Gillooly.
You still love Tonya?
I'm tired.
But as of late January, Harding herself had yet to be implicated.
Tonya is shocked and angry that anyone close to her might be involved.
All the while at the Dockside Saloon,
Gentlemen, how you doing today?
Kathy Peterson went to work.
I was here doing maintenance, and I just took some garbage out to the dumpster.
Within 24 hours, that dumpster would become the talk of the entire world because Kathy noticed someone else's trash.
Ours were like black at the time, and these ones I think were clear, as I recall.
So Kathy did some investigating, and it turned out at least part of the trash belonged to Tonya Harding. A commuter stub to Detroit, a ticket from the Skaters Association, and an envelope with notes on Nancy Kerrigan's home arena. Not knowing what to do with it all, Kathy left a message with the FBI.
How did you find the FBI's number in 1994?
Oh my gosh, in the phone book.
That night she told her friends about the trash, thinking it was just a good story. But the friends told a local reporter.
I was so naive, I thought, sure, come do an interview, it's garbage, really, who cares?
And we're going to go, yeah, right. You know, it's just no big deal. It was a big deal.
For the next several weeks, the Dockside Saloon turned into the lightning rod for news coverage around the world.
On all 6 tables, we had 6 TV stations lined up.
You know, they were all in the way, and we were like, excuse me, excuse me.
And every letter of the alphabet, FOX, Fox, ABC, CBS, everybody.
The trash would end up as the smoking gun, proving Tonya Harding was involved and forever tying Kathy to the entire scandal.
With all the people and the demands on your time, and to go out and people are talking about you, and you're in the paper every day.
Even now, decades later, she's still asked about what happened.
Tonya Harding, the skater that would never leave my life.
The story now immortalized on the back of the menu.
Say, did Tonya find her stuff here? Read the menu. You know?
And the most common question is one I asked as well. Why was Kathy going through the garbage?
It is against the law to put your garbage in people's dumpsters.
And this had happened before, and she'd call the people up and invite them down for breakfast and then give them their trash.
It's not something that I just do, go through garbage, unless I have a reason.
But whoever was in charge of the garbage that day picked the wrong place to dump it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I think she's right. Yeah, unbelievable. So the film, I, Tonya, did come out today. It's not yet in Portland. Will be in the next few weeks. They said that over the 2 weeks back in 1994 when this was revealed, she did 48 interviews about the trash that she found.
Well, I remember I was covering the story. I was covering the story at the time, but that piece of the story, a lot of people have forgotten about. And Trevor, you did a great job retracing that piece of the story. I mean, if she hadn't have just checked that trash, they never possibly ever would have linked Tonya and those friends to hurting Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah,
amazing.
It was wild. And it was weird to watch old interviews beforehand with Tonya Harding because she was so convincing that she wasn't involved, and she's like, I wanted to compete against Nancy Kerrigan. I'm the last person that would want this to happen. Yeah. And then Kathy dug through the trash.
And by the way, the movie's kind of getting rave reviews for the acting. And once again, it opens in select theaters. It's not yet here in Portland.
It'll be in the next few weeks. I believe January is the wide release. And also, because she's around here, a lot of it focuses on her relationship with her mom. That'll be interesting, too. You probably maybe see some local locations in it, too.
Okay.
All right.
Should be.
Thanks,
Good story, Trevor.
Thank you.